R&B diva Gladys Knight is up next. Let's talk. All right, welcome back over here to Peppy's Point of View. I'm yours truly, Peppy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so. Hang out with me. All right, we're talking about R&B divas. And the R&B diva I am talking about today, oh my gosh, Gladys Knight. Whew, that's right. I have her book. It came in the mail today. I'm going to be reading Gladys Knight's book. All right. I don't even think I know the title of the book right now. Anyway, listen, you guys, I don't know which R&B divas have books out. I don't. So literally what I do is that I just type in a name just to see what's going on, type in a name to see if they have, a book. And I'm like, oh, this diva has a book out. And that's what I did with Gladys Knight. So I typed her name in, found out that she had a book, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this one. And then I thought about it. I think I kind of remembered that she did have a book out, but maybe I forgot about it or what have you. But anywho, so that's literally how it happened. And as far as the Faith Evans book, someone told me that Faith had a book out. And of course, I went to see, and there it was. I ordered it. It showed up, I read it, and here we are. So if there's some R&B divas with books out, you guys, please let me know so, I can read them and discuss it. Let me calm down because every time I start to talk about Gladys Knight, I just get so full of emotions. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I have a Gladys Knight story as well. So let me tell you my Gladys Knight story. My mother and my father, they would get together. It's Friday. So a typical Friday in my household would either be going to visit my aunts and uncles out in what we would call the country. And we would visit them, or my aunts and uncles and my my father's sisters and brothers and my mother's friends, they would all come over to the house slowly but surely. And what would end up happening is that they would gather around the table, or rather sit around the table, and start to play cards. All right. And the children will be running in and out of the house. And eventually, all that what would happen at that moment in time is that they would start cooking. Either they'll throw some things on the grill, or they'll start cooking, or whatever the case, or the food. It is what it is, right? So you can't imagine. And it was a lot of us. So anyway, so they could be playing gin, keno, spades, just all kinds of card games that they would play. But those are the typical card games that they would play. Anywho, long story short, I would you could find me somewhere around the table, all right, standing there. Every now and then you will find me with the other kids running back and forth in the house or whatever, or playing. But for the most part, you will find me standing right there at the card table, watching them play. That's how I learned how to play cards. I learned how to play by watching them, okay? And every now and then, as they would come in slowly but surely, to start, playing cards or whatever, one of my aunts would be so kind and gracious to, play cards with me. So they were like, okay, come on, let's play real quick. I would be the warm-up person, right? Exactly. That's what they used me. So say for instance, if it was not enough people coming in to play, I didn't think about this. If it was not enough people who had came in to play, so usually one of my mother's friends or, aunts or what have you, we would be at the table, they would say, come on. And they would play me for pennies, right? I was preteen. I didn't have any money. So they would play me, they would show me how to play it. So it would be with, pennies, or very seldom, it wouldn't be $1, but, they would show me how to play. And I was like, oh, okay, that's how you play. So I learned how to play spades. I learned how to play, I never played Keno. Spade, deuces, gin, I learned how to do that because I would be the warm-up, right? Because they would be ready to play, but not a lot of people would be there, okay? Whew, sorry about that. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I don't know. I just got excited about talking about that. So that's what it would be like. And then eventually, as more adults would show up, I would have to move out the way, and slowly but surely there wouldn't be any seats available, and all of, enough adults would have shown up. Then they would really start just seriously playing, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm standing there. And of course, as I'm standing there, I would be the gopher, right? Go get me this, go get me that. Or, maybe I have to go out to the car because they have a, they have the money in the car, they say, okay, go to the car. Or better yet, I ain't think about this. This is so fun thinking about these things. Or I would be the one that would have to go to the store, or go to the store up there and, and give me some change. And so that was good because, me, I would get snacks, right? I would be like, okay, well, what you going to give me for going? So I would, get my chips and my drinks and stuff like that, to break change. And then I have to tell them like, okay, give me so many ones and give me so many fives. And of course, the clerk behind the counter, they would be, kind of get hip after a while because I would go back over and over again, more than once. And they would say, y'all must be gambling over there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, I don't know. And they just told me to come and get some change. So anyway, so we would do that. And then I go back over to the table, give them their money, so on and so forth. And, that's how I got my snacks and all that stuff, And also too, I have to go get their beverages, if you understand what I'm saying. Like that, I have to go and reach into the cooler, get their beverages and all of that stuff, And at first, I thought it was really cool, to do that. There was another reason why. Now that I think about it, that's why they didn't tell me to leave the table. I'm going to have to ask my mom when I see her. I'm going to say, wait a minute, y'all used me. Because if you think about it, that means some adult would have to leave the table. All the kids was running around and everything. So I was the kid that just so happened to conveniently be there with my nosy butt. Man. So anyway, I'm conveniently there and they're using me. But I'm learning. I'm learning how to play, spades and gin and all of that stuff. I'm really good at it. I'm good. And watching them play, have fun, all of that stuff. But there was something else that was happening. Music. Listening to the music, it sounded so good. Like, man, the music was on point. Okay, and you have to think about it. Like they were listening to the blues, and every now and then I remember hearing Freddie Jackson a lot. Like I know Freddie Jackson was played a lot. He was the only R&B artist I can remember hearing. But for the most part, they were straight up blues, okay? And anywho, I know y'all ready for the gladysknight story. This is it. I'm getting there. So anyway, one night, there I was, standing at the table watching them play. I never forget it. So my mom, my mom is the one who she throws out hints. Okay, she throws out hint first. She's like, all right, it's getting kind of late, ain't it? She'll look over at me like it's getting kind of late. I'm like, oh no, I'm good. I'm good. And she was like, all right. And every now and then, maybe one of my aunts or my uncles or some of the friends, they'll be like, oh, that boy, all right, leave him alone. He can let him stay up. She'll kind of look over at me, like, they're kind of convinced, them to stay. But they probably wanted me to stay to use me so I can go back and forth and get stuff. But anyway. So one night, she's like, it's time to go to bed. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got to go to bed. Usually when she tells me this, and I knew she knew, or some people would see me, I wouldn't go to bed. I wouldn't go into my bedroom. I would stay, I would go, pretend like I'm going to my room, but I would sit on the stairs, on one of the steps. And the lights would be off. And so I'm looking, because where how the steps were, is like, here are the steps. And then right off to the side was the dining room where the table was. So but the only problem is that when they would get up to go to the restroom, they would have to pass by the stairs to go to the restroom. So usually one of them would see me, and wouldn't say anything, but they would know that I'm still sitting there, watching them, play. But this time, my mom, she wasn't having it. She was like, all right, I know you're on them stairs. On them steps, you need to go up there and go to your room and go to bed. And so I would. So this night I did. I literally, went to my room and went to bed, but that was all right. Even though I could hear them and they was having fun and everything downstairs. But I had cable in my room. I know I was a kid, but I had cable. That's right. Whew. So there I am. I decided I was going to turn on the television and not go to bed. And when I turn on the television and I'm changing the channels, I come across, I think it was an HBO. I think I came across HBO. And there it was. Oh my gosh. The show that would definitely change my life. Oh my gosh. I'm looking and I'm like, that's Patti LaBelle and that's gladysknight, Dionne Warwick. My mother is a huge Patti LaBelle fan. And I wanted to just run back downstairs and tell Mom, like, Mom, turn on TV. Patti LaBelle is on. Patti LaBelle is on television. I wanted to say it so bad. But I knew, listen, when she do that slow build, you knew you was not ready for the drop kick. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like she was gonna put it down. Like that's my mom. Like she gives you warnings. Like she gives you warnings. Like she comes in smooth with it, and then before you know it, she'll get you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was one of those. Like she'll sneak up on you type. And then she telling you everything she said. So she done let all of that build up on her to then put it down on you, put the smack down, right? So, so I knew not to yell downstairs because it's going to be like, what did I tell you to do? So instead, I had to watch Sisters in the Name of Love by myself. And I wanted so bad to at least tell my mother to just turn on television downstairs and see Patti LaBelle perform. I didn't. So there I am. I'm in my room. I am watching Sisters in the Name of Love. Oh my gosh. Oh, this show just opened up my eyes to music, to performing. When I watched it as a child, and in my mind, the only thing I can remember about it, that the show, like even right now today, the song they sung together called "Everything He Touched" is a song, but I don't think that's the title of it. But I remember hearing that, and I'm like, that song still, the way they perform that song, it still resonates with me right now, you guys. So it was that song from the beginning. I think they performed it in the beginning of the show and at the end. And then there's another part of the show. I think they sing Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. I remember that. But what I remember most, the thing that moved me the most about this show, and I still don't know why, was the conversations that they had at the table. And I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it, is it that, I'm looking at my mother and them, being adults, having conversations at the card table and playing Pacino and everything like that? Is it that? Because to see Gladys, Dionne, and Patti sit at the table and talk and have discussions, to me, it's felt like, I guess some would say now, sisterhood. To me, I felt like there was camaraderie with them. Like it was more than just performing. Patti LaBelle, Dionne Warwick, and Gladys Knight. It was more to it than just performing. Like they were having conversations, and they were having real conversations. And then they got up to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? To sing and to perform. Like I get a sense that for the show now, with the show, that you could do it with other people and enjoy it. Even though I'm sure now as an adult, there was probably, a backstory as well, because there are always backstories and there are always, going to possibly be some drama somewhere. But that's how I just felt, and it resonated so much with me. So it's something about that table, to see them do that. It's still today, so when I think about Sisters in the Name of Love, for me, oh gosh, like I get so speechless, thinking about it. And this here is definitely real. It's not a joke at all. Like this is not something that I can make up. When I'm talking about things that I really enjoy, I just get all just excited, tongue-tied, like just so full of emotions. Like right now I'm so nervous, fidgety, because these are just really and truly like highlights of my life, that of course now I'm sharing with more people, but my household, my family, and some of my friends know about these stories. But anyway, so that's it. Sisters in the Name of Love. That show just has impacted my life so much. And like, as I said, it's a privilege to just discuss Gladys Knight. And I haven't opened the box yet, okay? So let's get right into it, okay? Yes, here we go. Gladys Knight, Between Each Line of Pain and Glory. And you're right. When I discovered there was a hardback book, you better believe I purchased a hardback book, because this book is going back here on my shelf. You better believe it. It's going on my shelf. You know what would be so awesome and so nice? Because, I have a autograph, a picture of Joyce Cinderella Irby of Climax back here. And I have also an autograph picture, a book of Alice Walker, the Color Purple author. Alice Walker, where is it? Right here. Anyway, back there, this way. Yes. It would be so nice if I could have get Gladys Knight. I need an autograph. Gladys, I need you to sign my book. Sign my book, Gladys. Oh gosh. Y'all, I'm so emotional. I feel like a kid. I feel like Christmas. Oh my gosh. It's like Christmas. I'm trying to open the book and I can't even open the book. I should have got something to cut it open with. I know I'm silly. Oh, gosh. I don't know. But what is it going to be? Oh my gosh. Gladys Knight. So I hope you join me. I hope so. I hope you join me discussing Gladys Knight between each line of pain and glory. We're going to read it this month for the month of August. We're going to pay tribute to Gladys Knight. We're going to talk about her music, all things Gladys Knight. Thank you guys so much, because you know what? I'm so full of emotion. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to shed a tear here and there. And I know if y'all have seen the other video, y'all know I can't be a crybaby. So this one here, I'm going to cry off the camera. I'm going to do an ugly cry. No. Woo! Let's get ready, because I'll talk to you guys more about it. I will. I want to keep it down to 30 minutes, so I'm about to wrap it up. But I think what I want to do, I want to talk about her music too, right? Not just the book, but we're going to discuss the music. We're going to discuss albums. We're going to do all of that, like all things Gladys Knight. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I can't contain myself. I think I'm about to just get emotional. So on that note, put your behind where your heart desires to be. I know I am. This is what I enjoy. This is what I love doing. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I hope you're doing what you love and enjoy. You know, my motto is simple. You know, as I say, put your behind where your heart desires to be. If you want to sing, baby, sing. You know what? These entertainers would tell you. That's what I love about them. You know what? Do it. Do it and give it all you got. If it's 3 people in the audience, 30, 300, 3,000, 3 million. Give it all you got. Give it all you got, right? Put you behind where your heart desires to be. Oh, gosh. And remember, whenever I leave my mother's presence, she says to me, baby, remember, I love you, but God loves you best. I hope you know. Hey, I hope you're loving yourself too. You know, because let's just be honest. We can love people out there who don't love us back. Oh, yes, it's the real deal out there. I understand. But you know what? Love yourself. I used to think people was absolutely out of their mind when they would say, love yourself. I just thought it was so like egotistical. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean love yourself? Like, I thought it was kind of like a tad bit narcissistic to do it. You know, no, meaning just have self-love for yourself. You know, take care of you. You are important as well. We need you too. You understand what I'm saying? So love yourself. Love has a multitude of fault. Love is the more excellent way. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, child. And on that note, I look forward to seeing you guys next video. And until then, take care of yourselves. All right.